And the people who are behind, for instance, let me give you an example. In the old Celtic Druidic system in Northern Europe, what we would call the white man's established system in Northern Europe, there was a very powerful priesthood called the Celtic Druids. And in the Druidic Celtic system, one of the most important symbols in that system, that ancient system, and we're talking about even 500 to 1,000 years before the Roman Empire, the Celtic Druidic system was in operation in Northern Europe. One of their most important symbols has come down to us today, and that is the magic wand, like Merlin the magician with his magic wand, Mickey Mouse with his, and the conductor of an orchestra with his magic wand, Fantasia. The magic wands were always made out of the wood of a holly tree. It was always made out of holly wood. Consequently, they're still working their magic in Hollywood, because the holly tree, that was very sacred to the ancient magicians, the ancient Celtic Druid magicians. All of our governmental superstructure in America, and listen closely to this, all of our governmental arrangements in America, all of our religious institutions in the Western world, all of our governmental laws, jurisdictional laws, regulations, codes, all of these things which govern the Western civilization are Druidic. They are absolutely Celtic Druidic system. And unless you understand the Celtic Druidic system and the old ancient Egyptian, Sumerian, Babylonian, Phoenician, Canaanite system, understand there's been a huge, enormous amount of material that has been covered up so that people just go all about their daily business to their synagogues and to churches and never ever question where any of these things are coming from. And Martin Luther King said it best, that there will be no peace where there is no justice. Everyone realizes the implications of that. If there is no justice, there's not going to be any peace. So I am saying that what we need to do is take a whole new look at who we are in this country and what it is we believe about ourselves and believe about God, and start showing respect for other people. In the ancient Phoenician Canaanite system, when it finally bled into Europe thousands of years ago, it formed what we call the Celtic Druidic system. The Celtic Druidic system had its origins in the old Phoenician Canaanite system. That whole area we call today Israel and Lebanon, that was called Phoenicia, Cana. And consequently, that whole system of the Canaanite religion found its way into Eastern Europe and then into Northern Europe and formed the basis theologically for what came to be known as the Celtic Druidic system. The Celtic Druidic system, one of the most important symbols, and some of you have heard me say this before, one of the most important symbols in the old Celtic Druidic system was a magic wand, like Merlin the magician with his magic wand. That's Celtic Druidic. Magic wands were always made out of holly wood. Okay? And they're still working their magic on us in Hollywood. The system that we are under is a most manipulating, exploiting system that's ever been put together. But I'll tell you one thing. The Steven Spielbergs and the George Lucases and the Michael Eisners and all the guys that run the entertainment world, all of them are many things, but stupid is not one of them. These guys are Class A, top-of-the-line intellectuals. They know the name of the tune. They know exactly how to manipulate your thinking. They have something called programmed music. And you go in and most people never think when they go to a movie or watch a television show. They never think about it. Who writes scripts? Scripts are written by scriptwriters. Scriptwriters scribble scripts. And consequently, the scribbling scriptwriters were called scribes. So when that the old ancient Phoenician Canaanite religion with the Phoenicians, who were a great seafaring people, went all around the Mediterranean and built up a huge banking, trading network, and this is many thousands of years ago. They ended up, the Phoenicians went through the Straits of Gibraltar and north into what we today know as Northern Europe. And with them, they brought their Phoenician Canaanite religion, which came to be known today as the old Celtic Druids. And one of the Druidic symbols that has been used in Northern Europe and especially in America is the magic wand. The magicians use magic wands. Magi, magician, and magic wands, the reference works will tell you, have always been made out of the wood of a holly tree. They're made out of Hollywood. Okay? And that's why you have the name of the city, Hollywood. Consequently, when you understand that there is a legitimate, de jure, and real magical system that's based on some very ancient Canaanite, Phoenician Canaanite blood ritual, all kinds of strange religious systems in operation, and that's how I believe the people who are in real power maintain their power, because they've made a pact with an occult force that operates on this earth.
Agreed.